Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining another live AMA on our Sorare YouTube channel. I'm Thomas from Sorare, joined today by a very special guest, three-time MLS Goalkeeper of the Year, Andre Blake of the Philadelphia Union, also captain of the Jamaica national team. Very excited to have you on. First of all, Andre, thank you so much for joining and taking some time to chat with us.
Thank you guys for having me. Looking forward to it.
Great. We also have four Sorare managers today backstage who be invited to participate in today's stream. They're all Andre Blake card holders in Sorare, and they're all very excited to talk to you. So let's bring them in right now. I'll start with Frank. Frank is from France. He's a former MLS Special Weekly winner. He's got one of your cards. Then we've got Nico from Belgium.
Hi.
I think he actually owns a couple Andre Blake cards.
Yeah.
Then we
I
have
really love him.
Awesome. Then we've got Taylor here. Taylor's from the UK. He's our number one Philadelphia Union collector in the limited cards this season. I think he actually has the entire roster of Philadelphia Union players in his collection. And Federico, lastly, he's from Germany. He's our number one Union collector in the super rare scarcity from last season. So thank you all for joining. We obviously have some very big Andre Blake fans in the house. We'll get to some of your questions in a little bit. For all those watching the stream on YouTube or on X, drop your questions in the comments. We'll hit a few of those as well later. But first, Andre, let me kind of kick it off with a softball question. How's your offseason going so far? Have you kind of recharged the batteries and compartmentalized last season?
Yeah, I mean, off season been going good so far. I normally try to head back to Jamaica, go on vacation, just to relax, shut it down, recuperate. So this time of the year, just kind of take my mind off football, soccer, and just shut it down. Busy with family meetings and all of that, but this is the time when I really get to get away from the sport for a little bit and get ready to go again for the new season.
That's awesome. Does that mean that you watched MLS Cup or you did not watch it this year?
I had an eye on it. I had one eye on it, but yeah, wanted to be there, obviously, so that didn't happen, but I followed it a little bit. Probably wasn't as much into it, but I had one eye on it.
For sure. Yeah, I can take MLS Cup might be a little bit more of a sore subject. So let's talk about some happier topics. And I'll kind of bring in the first manager for the first question. This one will be from Frank. So let me add him here back. There you go.
Hello, Andre. I want to know what is your best memory of your soccer career, a long soccer career. So.
Best memory.
Yeah. In Philadelphia,
I've had quite. Yeah, I've had quite a few, but I just say the top two: winning the Eastern Conference last year and advancing to the MLS Cup Finals, and this year it's got to be that game up in Toronto against Canada. Advancing on aggregate to qualify for the Copa America and semifinals of the Nations League. So.
And Nico, you're up.
Yeah, thank you, Andre, for doing this. Can you share with us which players, goalkeepers or field players you looked up to or you admired when you were younger?
When I was younger, growing up, it was always Edwin van der Sar and De Gea. So I'd say those are my two goalkeepers. You guys are probably thinking, oh, maybe he's a Manchester United fan, but those two
you always
goalkeepers.
wanted to be a goalkeeper?
Yeah, as much as I play on the field a lot, I've always wanted to be a goalkeeper.
Perfect. All right, let's go with Taylor for this next one. 1 second here, Taylor.
Hi there, Andre. It's fantastic for you to be here. It's amazing. I want to ask you, just as yourself as one of the top goalkeepers in the MLS for so many years, what do you do to ensure that you're mentally prepared just for those real important matches?
Yeah, I just try not to get relaxed, try not to get complacent. For me, I try to be better every year. So whatever I did last year, that's in the past. I have to stay hungry and find ways to try to get better. It's me against me. So every time after the season, I reflect, I look in the mirror, I see, what I did really well, what I need to improve, and yeah, I hit the ground running the next season. So for me, that's what really keeps me going, keeps me focused. Is just the fact that I find ways to stay hungry and to never get complacent. I always want more. I always want to be better.
And we got one from Federico here.
Hey, thank you, Andre, for listening to me, basically, and thank you for making me fall in love with MLS. It's your fault I'm staying awake very, very long. I shouldn't. Yeah, but I would love to ask you, like, how likely you see players coming from college, as you did, and Matt Turner did, for example, nowadays, that the MLS is going a bit more in this advanced direction with the MLS Next and all these youth clubs in the MLS clubs. Do you think players still have a decent chance for making it, what you and Matt did, for example, or you think it's got a lot harder?
I think they still have a chance, but it's definitely not as easy as it was before, and yeah, there's definitely not a lot of opportunities now to really go that route. I guess you have to be exceptionally well because they're not placing as much emphasis, on college and the combine and all of that like they used to do. Obviously, there's reason behind that, but I think it's kind of a disadvantage for the kids who are going to college who aspire to one day play in the league.
Andre, I've got one. Your status as a Philadelphia Union legend is already solidified, right? Whether you win an MLS Cup or not, you spent your entire season, your entire career there. You were picked number 1 overall in 2014, 4-time All-Star, 3-time MLS Keeper of the Year, new franchise record holder for most games played, most wins. What are you most proud of when you listen to all these accomplishments?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm just proud that, I have grown, with this club over the years. When I came in, the culture, the standards that we set for each other, it wasn't high enough, and coming in as a young player to really watch this team transform and to be able to transform with this team, and be a vital part, after changes and bringing this team to a team that aspired to want more and to raise the level, raise the standard and the culture, and to have more people talking about that. So the entire journey is what I'm really, really, proud of, to be a part of a change of something for the better, and that's something that I'll carry with me, for the rest of my life. I can always look back and see, where I am coming from and where the club is coming from to where we are now, and it's just a great journey, and I'm very proud of that.
It's a great answer, man. It's great answer. Obviously, I think the only thing that's eluded you so far is that one major title. Is 2024 going to be the year for you and the Union?
I hope, I would really give anything to win the MLS Cup, but we all want to win it. The Union want to win it. So does all the other teams in the MLS. So we just have to figure out a way to beat these teams out, and yeah, find a way again, as I said, to get back to the MLS Cup, and hopefully we can take that one last step. We have the players. The players know what they want. They're hungry, and yeah, next year we're gonna go again, and we're gonna give it our best shot, and hopefully our best shot is good enough.
Off the field, I know there was a big change for you this past year as well. I have a question here from one of the users on YouTube. Let me put it up here. How did you feel after becoming a U.S. citizen? And actually, can also share the picture for everybody else on the stream here. 1 second. we go. Look at that.
Yeah, maybe I run for the president one day. Too bad I can't. Yeah, but it's an amazing feeling. I've been in the States for a while now. It's become a home for me. It's where me and my family spend most of our time. My last son, DeAndre, was born there as well. So it's a great country. And I've been there long enough. Proud to be an American, and looking forward to continuing to do my part. Whatever way I can to keep making this country a great country.
Very nice. Now, obviously, you are still the captain of the Jamaica national team. So I know if Frank has a question for you on that.
Yes, I will need to have a goalkeeper cards for the next World Cup. So I need you qualify with Jamaica. Do you think it's possible to go to the World Cup in 2026?
Yeah, it's possible. We have a really good chance. We have a really good group of players. And I have no doubt that once every player play to the best of their ability, we have a really really good chance of making it. I think we all want to go, and we're gonna put our best foot forward.
Nico, you're next if you have a question for Andre.
Yeah, talking about the World Cup, that's not an easy question, but if you had to choose and you can only pick one, would you prefer to go to the World Cup with Jamaica or win an MLS Cup,
LS
sorry,
Cup.
with Philly?
I mean, that's the hardest question I've gotten in a long time. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, the World Cup, that's the greatest, level of the sport in the entire universe. So as much as I want to win an MLS Cup, I have to say, making it to the World Cup, I'd have to go with that one.
All right, let's bring in Taylor now for another question.
Bringing it back to sort of the roots of like how goalkeepers get into the game. What advice would you give if there was any aspiring goalkeepers out there in America or across the world? What advice would you give them to get that extra step?
I mean, goalkeeping is very much mental. It's a lot of psychological. We do a lot of training. The hardest part of our work, physical part is in training. In the games, it's more mental. And the very successful goalkeepers are the ones that find a way to relax. Don't overthink. You must have a clear head, and you have to trust your training. Trust your guts, because the minute you start to overthink, you're going to be in trouble. So again, the goalkeepers that are able to really stay relaxed, stay in the moment, be able to have short-term memory, whether it's a great save or you made a mistake, you have to be able to flush it out and move on. So I tell a goalkeeper that if you can get the mental part right, you're on your way.
I think you just ask you, Andre. Just what do you playing against, like old starlets like Vela and Messi, or do you prefer playing like players like upcoming like Thiago Almada, Facundo Torres, like those guys which still have to prove themselves, especially against a superb goalkeeper like you?
Um, it depends, if I want to win, which I always want to do, you know, um, I would always rather playing against the younger stars that are coming up, But if I want to get better, then you always want to play against the Velas and the Lionel Messis, because those guys, they've been there, they've done that, they have all the experience, So at the end of the day, they're at a point in their career where they're going to get it done. more often than not, and you might have a slightly easier night, Not saying it's going to be easy, but playing against the younger, upcoming stars, which are still growing, still developing, but still excellent players, you might be able to get away with more playing against those guys than playing against the older stars.
All right, Andre, I'm going to start bringing up some questions from the YouTube comments here. So let's bring this first one up from Flo. Who is the best player with whom you've played with?
Well, played with or played against?
Played with for this one, but we can do the against right after.
Played with. That's a tough one, but I'm gonna say Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Yeah, I had the chance of playing with him at the All-Star game, so yeah.
Yeah, Zlatan, that's a pretty good one. That is a pretty good call right there. Let's see what else we have. All right. This is a good one. Your favorite non-Messi and non-Philly player currently in the league?
Currently in the league, I'm gonna say Carlos Vela.
Carlos Vela, also a legend in his own right. Okay, great. That's, I think we have about another 10 minutes of questions. So let's do some rapid fires. These are quick questions, quick answers. I'll kick it off, and then we'll go back around the room. So maybe bring everybody back in here. All right. Andre, I'll kick it off. Who has the hardest shot to stop in MLS?
I'm gonna say Bohanga.
Golden Boot winner. A very diplomatic answer.
Yeah, it's for a reason. It's for a reason.
What makes him so difficult to face?
He's a great player. He's fast. He's powerful. He can shoot right foot, left foot. He's a great finisher, and yeah, he's a great player to have on your team.
All right, Nico, rapid fire.
Yeah. Do you prefer the 4-4-2 or the 5-3-2 in Philly?
4-4-2.
I don't know if Jim is listening.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 4-4-2 for now because we're probably more used to that and seem to flow a lot more better with that. We do have the personalities for the 5-3-2, but I think we still have some more work to do.
All right, Frank, do you have another question?
Yes. For a Sorare manager, which young player in Philadelphia can you recommend for the future, please?
Jack McGlynn.
Okay, thanks.
That one's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Federico.
And Quinn Sullivan. I stick him in there.
Yeah, those are both pretty good. I need to get Jack McGlynn 100%. What's your favorite food after the matches? Just after matches, like what do you need to globe up to get back on energy level?
I need pizza. I need some yummy pizza. That's my cheat day. I need pizza and soda.
Pizza and soda.
We're talking real pizza, not Lionel Messi type of pizza, right?
No, real pizza.
Good one.
Taylor.
Leading on from Fed's question, I think I've got to ask, what toppings are your favorite on those pizzas?
People think I'm weird when I tell them, but when I say pineapple, yeah, I need pineapple on my pizza. So pineapple, chicken, cheese, and ham.
I'm with you on that. Show of hands, Hawaiian pizza fans.
I'm Italian as well.
Hawaiian pizza.
I can't.
Hey.
I can't.
Split down the middle.
I give you the double hand for that one.
It's pretty much split down the middle. I think that's pretty. That's accurate. I'll kick us off with another round here of rapid fires. Who is the funniest teammate in the Philadelphia Union locker room?
Right now, it's I'll just say Jose Martinez.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because he's no nonsense on the pitch.
Yeah, but off the pitch in the locker room, he's too funny.
I have another one here real quick. Who's the locker room DJ? Who puts on the music after?
Damien Lowe or Olivier Bizel.
And what are they playing after a big win?
Afrobeat most of the times.
Excellent.
Yeah, or yeah.
Federico, I think
I have one more. If you have to give either of them your children for just one day for babysitting, would you give them to Jacob Glazenans or to Jack Elliott?
I'm gonna say Jacob. Jack doesn't have any kids yet, so
that's fair.
I don't know if he'll do a good job.
He could be a fun uncle. He could be the fun uncle.
Yes.
Anybody else here? Taylor, Frank?
Yeah. It's still a bit early, but did you already think about what you're going to do after your career? Is coaching something for you?
Yeah, I definitely want to go into coaching, 100%.
Okay.
Last one.
You're
Favorite away
kind
stadium
of
in
coach
the MLS?
on the pitch already.
Yes. It's something that I'm very passionate about, and I really look forward to venturing into that once I'm done playing, and yeah, I think exciting times ahead.
Great.
Federico, did you have one more?
I just had one more. Sorry, Andre. Sorry, Thomas. What's your favorite away stadium in the MLS? Your favorite travel?
Let's go.
I'm probably gonna say, I don't know. I like Cincinnati Stadium, and I like Austin Stadium as well.
I understand why.
Do you like playing on turf?
No,
On
I
artificial
don't.
turf?
No, I don't have an issue with it, but I don't like it. I do it if I have to without complaining, but if I had to choose, I would never choose artificial turf.
Like, how does it feel different?
I mean, the ball moves different, kicking technique is different, and yeah, you're exposed to a lot of turf burns as well.
Andre, you
especially as a goalkeeper.
Andre, you spoke about Edwin van der Sar earlier, kind of being one of your idols growing up. Who's another goalkeeper in MLS right now that you really admire?
Right now, I admire Galise. I admire Berkey. Yeah, Carlos Carnell from Red Bull, and I think Salantano from Cincinnati is a really good young goalkeeper.
Those are all good ones. Quick question, because last season, you were the number one goalkeeper from MLS on Sorare based on like the scoring system that we use. Can you guess who the number one goalkeeper was this season? And you mentioned them among those names. Who do you think had the best season in goal?
It's Ramon Berkey.
He was up there, but it was actually Gallesi.
Wow. I mean, yeah, he quietly had another great year, a really good goalkeeper. Yeah, somebody that I admire, look up to.
All right, let's see if we have a couple more questions in our comments. I see one good one here. MLS Sorare Scout asks, what's your favorite tactic for getting inside strikers' heads? I think this might be for penalties or anything else.
In penalties, I just try to, if I'm playing at home, I try to get the crowd into the game, see if I can, make that player, feel a little bit pressured, But if it's during the game, I'll show them respect, but I also believe in myself and put myself in a position where they have to really, make a good shot to beat me. And if they do, then, hats off to them. But you don't want to kind of anticipate or guess where they're going to shoot. And then, the ball end up coming straight down the middle. And because you already start to anticipate, you didn't make the save. And then if they're going to beat you, let them beat you with a good shot.
This is a really good one. Great one for a goalkeeper. Would you rather have hands for feet or feet for hands?
I'd rather have hands for feet or feet for hands. That's a good one.
It's a weird one.
I'd probably say hands for feet.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, you got to go hands, right?
Yeah.
All right. For the room, anybody else with some last minute questions before we kind of do the last one?
Yeah, only wanted to know which attacking player this season, and we forget the Leagues Cup semi-final against Miami. Did you face? Which one was the toughest one? But not Messi.
The top two for me, I'll just say it's Cincinnati and LAFC.
Okay,
And I'll have to stick Columbus in there.
And which attacking player would it be? The toughest one?
It's between Acosta and Boanga.
Yeah, strong ones.
Federico, I think you had one more as well. You're on mute. Sorry.
As Nico said before, I think you have plenty of time to go still. But do you want to retire at the Union and become a one club legend?
I mean, at this point, I've been there for, really long time. As I said earlier, I've kind of grown with this club, so the Union is definitely where I would want to retire for sure.
Perfect. Thank you.
Taylor, do you have any last minute questions?
None.
Andre? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you don't have to. You can chime in.
Okay, Taylor, say.
Okay. All right, then I'll close it with this one. Andre, do you have a message for all the Sorare managers that do own your card going into next season? Like, what can we expect from you?
Yeah, I mean, looking forward to next season. Looking to step the game up even another notch. And high hopes, high expectation. Coming in, a lot of energy, and looking forward to some really, really big things next year as I continue to grow as a player.
Awesome. Well, that's all the time we have for questions. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, Andre, obviously, for taking the time out of your off season. I think we're all very excited for the Philadelphia Union's season coming up. You guys have a strong team. You'll be right up there with the contenders again, I'm sure of it. So best of luck to you, the Union, and obviously Jamaica's national team as well.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Best of
All right,
luck.
guys. Thanks, everybody. Also, thank you
Thank
everybody
you.
for joining the stream. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.